And welcome back, folks, with some SMO action here on GSA. This is our any percent qualifier group stage for Mario Odyssey. This is all new Luke versus Snoj. Or Sznoj, sorry. He just told me how to pronounce it. I'm Electric here in the commentary booth for this race. Really excited for this race. All new Luke playing yesterday. Getting a bit... Well, yeah, he won that race yesterday. I forgot who exactly it was against. Having a couple issues in like Wooded, for instance. Oh, Safaro, duh. Yeah. Three L, our only daytime commentator. Yeah, I'm apparently the only one with the actual working map of the GSA building. Don't know what's up with that. So it looks like Snowy not actually opting to mess around with the STA based on him not doing any menuing. And real quick, before we get this race underway, I want to go ahead and point out we've got a few commands that might interest you in the chat. Of course, exclamation point schedule to see all of our races coming up. We've got a ton of these qualifier group stage races, and you don't want to miss any of them. So check out that schedule. We've also got exclamation point YT for both of our YouTube channels. One channel where we will upload all of our tournament races. So if you miss a race that you really want to see, definitely go check that channel out, subscribe, make sure you're able to get all those races in. And of course, we've also got stream highlights and other things such as those showcase runs back from Pace. All those are on our other YouTube channel. And of course, our merch, exclamation point merch, if you want to pick up any of our swag GSA hoodies and such. And in a sudden turn of events, it seems that Ganon Slayer has been given a working map of the building and will be making his way into the commentary booth shortly. Just to point out, I think that Snowy is the only person I've ever seen that owns that Mario vs. Rabbids game for Switch. Apparently, it's a lot like the modern XCOM games, so if you like those, I mean, you'll probably like that one. So, okay, we've got these guys off to the races now. Skipping that first little cutscene now. They are doing a little trick called daylight savings time abuse. If you've seen any percent runs recently, you'll know about this trick, but in case you're new, they're going to be trying to get to Sand Kingdom and get into the Rumble Room sub area within a certain little window of time, based on the system time that they set their menu to just before the race. And that'll have some effects on a seed that they're going to plant right before going into that room. Hey, Troy, I'm not saying that you... Whoa. I wasn't trying to call anyone out or anything. Ganon was the one that was supposed to be on this shift. He's the only one that got lost. Shoutouts to all of our wonderful commentators volunteering for all the matches they can. Okay, all new Luke, the first into the frog room, developing just a little bit of a lead over Snowy at the moment. Luke with a little bit of a bobble, though, on that frog jump. Does the frog vectoring well, though. And all new Luke with this topper kill, hopefully. Looks like Snowy not opting for that left side movement. And of course, the jingle and the wire capture. Now, if you haven't seen Any Percent in a while, Cascade's going to look pretty different to you because FMS is no more. Runners are now running on version 1.3 of the game due to faster loads. And so there's no room to save time by skipping that first moon cutscene, since you have to get the first moon now to trigger Madame Brutal's fight. So, okay. All new Luke now en route to that first moon. Nice spin throw on the chain chomp. Beautiful throw. Okay. All new Luke, the first one to get to the Odyssey by a few seconds. Snowy just behind. As they're going to be going up to the T-Rex to go ahead and do Dino Skip. Seen some issues with this in the past from a number of runners. Should be consistent, but sometimes you just end up hitting that little dead zone that just shouldn't exist. All new Luke hitting the trigger completely fine. And Snowy as well. Okay, so they're in the brutal fight. All new Luke with a fast first hit. Fast second, it looks like. I don't think he has enough space to get the fast third, unfortunately. And he's going to have to move off to the side like this. And does go ahead and kill her with that fast third. Nice. Snowy with an interesting down throw movement there. Must be a Joy-Con runner. They're a little few and far between, but the ones that there are, they like to flaunt those down throws as much as they can. I'm pretty sure Fur, the most prominent Joy-Con runner, has said before he's gone through like 5 or 6 sets of the things. It's ridiculous how fast they wear out. So now going up for this cliff face moon. Ooh, the big old bonk from All New Luke. Falling right down to the bottom there. Sometimes when you fall in that type of position, the chain chomp can get aggroed and end up running right into the pillar. Snowy also with the major bonk on the stone pillar there. And see, that's exactly what I was talking about. If Snowy had taken a little bit longer, he would have not only been bopped by the chain chomp, it would have broken that stone pillar and made it much more difficult to get up there. Oh, he did the down throw by ground pounding. Okay, that's my bad. And All New Luke restoring the Odyssey just before Snowy there. Both of them having just those major bonks. So, all right, moving on to Sand Kingdom now. So what's going to happen at the very start with the seed that you're going to see is they're going to plant the seed and then move into the Rumble Room. And while they're in the Rumble Room, the minute in the system timer is going to change. And that's going to cause daylight savings to start according to the system time, which advances the time 1 hour forward. And the game itself interprets that as, oh, over 20 minutes have passed. Yeah, the seed should be grown now. And another thing that will happen is in the booth with me will be Ganon Slayer. How are you doing this morning?
Dude, I'm so sorry. I overslept. I did not think it was possible for me to sleep past 3 p.m., but apparently it is, so,
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. Just some again to me, but it looks like Luke is nailing his DSTA movement here, getting the bird on time, so not having to worry about any sort of backup. Looks like Snowy is going to be doing the same. That's nice. So both runners nailing their DSTA movement.
Let's see. All New Luke should be getting it pretty handily.
Yep.
And yep, there we go.
Seed has grown.
The instant plant. But yeah, again, he didn't really miss much. All New Luke found this weird spot in Cap Kingdom where it looked like he went to the moon, but then he took a death and it just sent him right back. So no harm, no foul.
Oh. Nice.
Could you imagine just a wrong warp being found in this game in a race? Come on.
Yeah, I know, dude. I haven't woken up completely yet. I just like. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I need a sec, dude. I've got a Mountain Dew right here. I need some caffeine in my system.
While you need some caffeine, New Luke needs some donkey luck, and he gets that little trick for speedrunners. Just jump on here, bada bing, bada boom, bam.
Dude. Okay, so it looks like Luke's setting up for Drebs right here.
And
that should be good. Yeah, that should be good, provided the home down the right time. Very nice. Looks like Sznoj opting not to go for Dramstrat, actually.
Interesting decision, because this movement gets really awkward without it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna... Okay.
Looks like he's gonna do Bullet Bill Manip here. No, actually messing it up.
That's a rough fall.
Yeah.
This is actually the strat I used to go for at any percent, and oh man.
Yep. Looks like he's still trying to do Bullet Bill manipulation here.
And it blows up just before he can... Okay, well that one is manip towards him at least.
Yep.
Kind of an unfortunate route. New Luke cutting it really close to that bush with his Bullet Bill.
Yeah. Actually, Luke is having a really, really good sand right now. If we ignore like the small mishaps at the beginning, the sand is really solid. But looks like Sznoj, since he went for like a slightly less optimal strat and didn't execute it very well, he is going to be taking a bit of a... Or Luke is going to be taking a lead due to that. Dude, I'm just...
I thought you were just going to say he's going to take a time loss.
I should have just said that. I should have said that. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Rule 1 of commentary, you can say anything 2 ways, so if you start the sentence wrong, you can say it differently to correct it.
That is true. Okay. Oh no! Sznoj dodging straight into the poison right after Jaxie skip. That is extremely unfortunate. He's gonna spawn all the way back in employees only. Wait, did he get the Jaxie skip moon?
I didn't actually see, so I'm not sure. Looking at his moon count, it looks like no.
Yeah, so he is gonna have to... Or no, yeah, he did. So he's just rolling straight over to the cactus.
Oh, duh, I forgot about moon. No, I'm stupid.
Okay, so yeah, just rolling straight over to the cactus.
Okay, so all new Luke, getting out of sand relatively unscathed.
Yep.
It's a big one. I mean, sand levels in Mario games, they just have this bit of notoriety about them. I don't know what it is. The only exception is, like, Sunshine. You just skip all of Gelato Beach. It's no big deal, but...
Yep.
SSL, Sand Kingdom, just... Ugh.
Yes, Sand Kingdom, and more specifically in this game, I'd say Wooded Kingdom is extremely notorious for being very, very difficult and having a lot of really weird movement and strats. Like, there's a lot that can go wrong in Wooded Kingdom to lose you literal minutes. It's just not
weird decision there. Sorry to interrupt, but he should have actually just run straight back to the Odyssey. It's actually faster to run back from the Notes Moon up there than warping.
It's actually not now because of 1.3 loads.
Oh, okay. I didn't think they were that much faster there. Wow.
Yeah, they're extremely fast. It's kind of ridiculous.
Because I remember Safaro actually went ahead and went for the standard movement yesterday instead of the warp.
Huh, that's weird.
Maybe he just didn't know or something.
Maybe he has physical or something, because you know physical loads are slightly slower.
Yeah,
it's possible.
I'm a big proponent of digital. Like, I know that there's a lot of people that like owning the boxes and they, you know, like actually being able to say they own that physical copy of the game, but digital's just so much more convenient on a console like the Switch.
That is true.
You know,
yeah.
If you're taking it everywhere with you, you really want to be changing out carts all the time? Like, much rather just have all my games on my home screen.
And I have physical and digital for Odyssey because I got physical on launch, but then once I started getting, you know, like serious about speedruns, I got the digital version.
Yeah,
It looks like snowy actually going wooded first. Sorry to cut you off there. You can continue.
Oh no, you're good.
Just
I
wanted
was
to point
gonna say
that
it's like I
out.
buy all my games digital, so I had Odyssey digital from the start.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, I also had physical because I went down to 1.0 for a bit, and it was so bad because like I was having a dilemma over whether I should go down to 1.0, and then I did, and then like 2 weeks after I went down to 1.0, 1.3 came out and was faster, so like all my Splatoon data and everything was gone for literally no reason.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got like 1 or 2 PBs on 1.0, and then it was just not worth it anyways. Oh, Snowy signed up for Nut Clip now. That clip looks good. Snowy has a pretty interesting way of doing the out of bounds movement. He sets up very slowly, just to make sure he gets everything perfectly. That should work. Very nice. Okay, that looks a little low. Nah, he's fine.
Nice.
Alright, just has to make his way up the ramp here. Doing the side flip at the top. Very nice movement from Snowy here. Make his way through the out of bounds section with no real issues.
And all new Luke with a nice and clean Lake Kingdom. Going for that Rango route still. Nice and laid back. There's nothing really to worry about aside from that like fish jump maybe. But once you practice the fish jump enough times, it's free.
Where's Snowy going? Why is he going to pipes? Didn't he do nut clip? What is he doing? I'm confused.
He must just be doing a really weird homebrewed route or something.
What is he doing?
And he goes for that spin jump movement on the pipes.
I have no clue what he's doing right now.
This is a bit of a blast from the SMO pass. Like this used to be the strap for fast pipes.
Yeah, did he forget? He might have forgotten.
Who knows? Who knows?
That might be like muscle memory. Yeah, what is he doing? I'm confused.
I mean, warping wouldn't have made sense from that position. Yeah, so he's just going back up to the maze from here.
Just doing the climb route.
He's doing the spirit fight. That's what it is.
Well, if you do the spirit fight and you do nut clip, then you don't do pipes. Because the nut clip moons replace the pipe moons. That's why it's 30 seconds faster.
Oh boy.
So like
yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing either.
Unless he's saying in chat he didn't get the shot moon because he was short on coins.
Oh.
That he took after Jaxie skip, I think.
Oh. Ooh, that's extremely rough there. So he does have 1 extra moon here, so he can cut out a moon. And I would think he would cut out this moon, but I guess not.
Yeah, just really, and since he didn't have I don't understand why he didn't do Lake first.
Oh, Snowy just does Wooded and Seaside first. I do a lot of like races and stuff with him for practice. He just does them. I think he just wants to get them out of the way first. He just always does them that way for some reason. He never really gave a specific reason. Also, Luke looks like he nailed the nut clip movement as well. While we were talking about Snowy's mishaps.
Yeah, Snowy taking the flower road, not fire road, complete opposite there.
Yeah, and he is just gonna be skipping the crack nut on the crumbling tower over there. Oh wait, Luke didn't get the knuckle movement. He's going down for warp route. Dude, I need to stay up to date with this. It's hard because we were talking. I was too focused on Snowy that I didn't see what Luke was doing.
Right.
So So yeah, Luke is doing warp routes right now.
Yeah, and Luke failed nut clip, so having to do some on the fly kind of rerouting.
Yeah, warp route is most optimal in 1.3. Nailing the fast pipes there. Warp route is the most optimal non-nut clip route for 1.3 now, where you go grab this checkpoint and then warp afterwards because of how fast the loads are. It's pretty cool how much 1.3 is affecting this game. Luke also taking a bit of damage on the poison there, while Snowy finishes up the spirit fight. But keep in mind, sznoj did go to wooded first, so he still has around 3 minutes of gameplay left compared to Luke after this wooded.
So Luke with a pretty handy lead, honestly.
Yeah, at this point, Luke probably has around 2.5 minutes left in his wooded. That's like a pretty standard guess, just from like my experience with like IL times. So he's probably going to be going through the rest of this, since he has to do the spear fight now, since he already went to pipes, probably, yeah, like 2.5 minutes. Meanwhile, sznoj not even out of wooded yet, so he is going to be pretty far behind, but we will see these routes converge after both of them finish their next respective kingdoms.
Yep.
Alright. Ooh, Luke taking a bonk there in the tower.
Yeah, managing to land back on the platform, though, not having to redo that triple movement.
Yeah, that's good. They're setting up this uproot here to do some really big stretch straight up to this platform here. Diving out of the uproot immediately after to grab another quick moon. This moons in the tower are so fast. And it's kind of convenient because, you know, they're just kind of on the way of where you want to go anyways.
Right. Doesn't the moon jingle get annoying with time? If you're talking about in the commentators booth, we actually don't have game audio. They haven't afforded us that luxury.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's better that we don't have game audio with the commentary because that might get a little distracting. But we're talking about from a speedrun perspective, the moon jingle doesn't get that annoying because the soundtrack for Odyssey is actually pretty good. So like, I don't even notice the moon jingles that much because I'm too busy jamming out to the music personally. Like, it's not even that huge of a deal.
I mean, like, does the Stargate jingle in SM64 ever get annoying? No. Like,
not really, no.
It's such a short little sound, and it's satisfying. I don't know. It's written to be satisfying in a unique way.
Yeah. Like, I think it's made to not get annoying because how many times you need to hear it. Also, Luke gonna be exiting wooded with a 1934 fade out with missing nut clip, which is really good. Like, even with that nut clip mishap, he's still exiting with a really, really respectable wooded exit here. Meanwhile, sznoj just now getting to the Rango fight, so yeah, it does look like sznoj is around like a minute and 15 behind, I would say. Yeah, and also
fight from sznoj.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I just realized since sznoj goes wooded first, he can't get the Rango coins to help get the wooded shop, so that's another.
Yeah, and with the Sphinxless route, like, his coin count must be tight every run, man.
Yeah, there's literally no reason to go for wooded first unless you just want to get it out of the way so you don't reset like more runs.
But if that's your situation, I feel like more wooded practice is really the answer, not using this potentially dangerous route.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't Lake selected first anyway?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's why most runners go to Lake first. And also looks like Luke hit Bowser one spot too many across the map here, but he's still going to be able to set up for the fast hats and probably the Bowser manip. Yeah, looks like he's doing it the opposite direction here.
Yeah.
So
I think he didn't actually get. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Down on the platform he wanted him to. So when you hit Bowser sideways like that, if you hit him sideways enough, you can get him to land like on a completely different platform, like way across the stage.
Yeah, he was trying to make him land one platform more over than he did there. And then that would have made Bowser only jump one space.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to get optimally though. Like, the more time you waste doing it, the higher chance you're just negating the time save you would get from it.
Yeah, Luke's mess up on the manip there, that was probably like a second maximum. That's not exactly that big of a deal.
And of course now Luke heading into Lost Kingdom where all runs get lost.
Ha 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 ha. Wow, what an amazing joke from Electric here. Meanwhile, Luke's setting up for Meme Tree, nailing that very nicely. Using the return jump variant. No surprise that we aren't seeing any sort of dive vaults here because those are pretty risky. I'm just kind of used to free running after a while.
Oh man, Koopa free running. That is such an underrated sport.
Oh, it's so much
such
fun.
a good, like, it's completely different from like most speedruns of this game in any category that you see. Because the targets are just like you don't really have any reason to do things between those targets and runs, but for Koopa free running, you can get some really interesting movement going. I love the lunch in Koopa free running. It's beautiful.
I had world record there for like 70 days until someone snatched it by 0.01. Smile.
Oh, dude, man.
but then it got lowered like 5 times in 3 days because the dude didn't stop. So like I had 972 and now it's at 965. I'm in 4th place and I'm 0.07 off the record. So like that's just how optimized they get. Yeah.
Yeah, in these 60 FPS games, you get ridiculously optimized records for things like Mario Maker. There was this level that I tied world record in, then I checked back on it, someone somehow saved 2 frames off of it, and I was like, what? It's a basically auto-scroller level. You hold right and run the entire time, so I don't know how they saved 2 more frames.
Yeah, and also with Koopa freerunning, the end timers, you could actually get literally every time, so they must have some sort of like sub-frame timer going on. Because like with the capture times, because the timer pauses in freerunning when you capture something, that's based on like the 60 FPS. But for some reason, like the end timers, you can get literally every time, and I don't know why. I guess Nintendo just programmed it that way. But yeah, that's another interesting thing to note, I guess.
Koopa freerunning is a sport. If speedrunning is a sport, then my god, Koopa freerunning is too.
Yeah.
Look, if people in marching band have the right to claim that marching band is a sport, speedrunning is also a sport. And this is from someone that spent all 4 years of high school in marching band, okay? Like, I'm the biggest band proponent you could find. If you call that a sport, speedrunning is also a sport.
Alright. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one.
And thus, Koopa freerunning as well, man.
Yeah. I mean, I got into freerunning, and honestly, like, I got pretty decent at freerunning. Like, I think I'm still, like, top 6 with, like, all times added up. I'm, like, 6th place worldwide for that. And that skill honestly carried over into any percent because I was already really good at a lot of the movement, so I was able to make some pretty quick improvements when I tried to learn any percent. Luke taking a bonk there on the top.
This is really a game about optimizing your slack. You want to minimize the time between inputs possible. And
yeah, exactly.
Like that's really the biggest thing about optimizing the speedrun. That's the difference between 110 runners and 100 runners is just optimizing that movement as much as you can and keeping it as consistent as you can.
Yep. And sometimes you just gotta like sacrifice some consistency for speed. And that's where, you know, like you gotta take risks. And that's where some inconsistency problems can happen. And that's like kind of what we saw with Sznoj earlier, like dying to Jaxi skip. Not exactly the hardest strat, but you know, maybe some nerves coming in. There's so many factors that can just make you mess up. And that's why watching like world record runs and people who are that consistent, like Chaos Pringle, like just watching them do runs is so insane because it's like they're still like able to balance out all the nerves, all the pressure, everything, get a good run. What is happening to Luke's Wiggler hitbox?
Man, he's just coiling in on himself. It's like the worst pattern you could get.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Well, it's what I'm good at, Troy. It's the only thing I'm actually good at, dude, okay?
Yeah, it's the same reason that I end up inevitably mentioning Mario 64 in every comm that I do.
Yep.
It's the only game that I'm halfway decent at in a speed context. And even that's very arguable. A 70 time is barely below a 120 time.
Ooh, okay. Well, I mean, that's not horrible.
Yeah,
I mean, in the grand
to be fair, I hadn't practiced every star. Like, it was, I was doing a 12-hour stream, and I was like, I need to do a 70 run during this, and I hadn't practiced TTC at all, and Cruiser Crossing just wasn't working in my favor. Like, and so eventually I was like, that's 3 stars that I'm just gonna waste a ton of time trying to get. So I exited course, went over to JRB and grabbed 3 stars and then finished the run.
Wow, that's an amazing strat. Wow.
just like, if cruiser crossing isn't working, I'm gonna die 100 times to TTC 100. Like, there's no hope. I need to just take the L, do something else.
I mean, yeah, TTC is kind of just horrible in general in speedrun context.
TTC is like if Lost Kingdom had half of its platforms coated in poison, and there were also invisible walls everywhere.
Yep.
And the other half were rotating.
I mean, Lost has some rotating platforms, but you know, TikTok Clock is like entirely based on rotating platforms, so just kind of monk-ass. Meanwhile, Luke's setting up for scooter clip while Snoy doing a second.
Speaking of rotating, gonna have to rotate the heck out of that controller.
Snoy, no! Yikes.
Oh,
Snoy getting a 3 cycle. Ouch. That's like 25 extra seconds.
Because you gotta wait for him to do all this running crap, and then he finally comes back out. I've actually gotten a 4 cycle before, like when I first started playing this game.
No, I got one recently. I'm not even joking. I've gotten a 4 cycle recently.
And here you can see how a 4 cycle can happen. Just sometimes the Wiggler just is impervious to being hit for whatever reason.
Yeah, the Wiggler hitboxes.
It reminds me a lot of like, it reminds me a lot of like Twin Mold in Majora's Mask. Like, it's really a test of your shooting accuracy, but in that game you have to shoot arrows all the time. In this game, like, it's the only time you're having to aim like this.
Yeah, dude, this boss isn't even a test of your shooting accuracy because of how bad the hitboxes are. It's literally just shoot in the general direction of it. If you shoot in the middle of it, it's probably not gonna work. You gotta shoot like slightly above it for it to work. It's so weird.
Yeah, and like when it coils up over itself, it's so bad.
Yeah. Like, you can get patterns where it's basically a donut the entire time, and it's just horrible.
Right.
Yeah.
Because every time you shoot at it when it's coiled over itself, you're effectively like spinning a roulette of what you're actually gonna hit.
Yep. And sometimes it just does that even when it's not coiled over itself. Like, it just doesn't let you hit it for basically no reason. And we see here Snow actually going for fast RC instead of scoot clip.
Oh, I cannot support that reverse. The way that I do fast RC is from the very second I get the capture, I hold up left stick, left right stick. And that'll get you past that first turn easily. Every single time. It makes the camera really weird, but the camera snaps immediately back as soon as you actually gain control.
That's
Commentator
cool.
running out of breath trying to talk about his strats.
You know, when you have so much knowledge of your own strats that sometimes you just talk a lot. Like, I know I ramble on a lot about something, and then like something happens in the middle of it, and I don't know if I want to stop talking and be awkward or finish it, but then miss talking about what just happened on the screen.
Right.
There's so many layers. So yeah, right now Luke gonna be grabbing this hint art in the pool to grab 200 extra coins for this shop moon in Snow, while Snow is making his way over to Pauline. Luke nailing
snipe
that
on the cafe.
Yeah, nailing that cafe moons. Oh, taking a bonk on the rail though. Having some issues getting over the rail still. There we go. Finally into the people's room.
Yeah, the sooner you can ground pound for cafe, the better, but you don't get the shadow until relatively late in the jump, and so it's really hard to align without that.
Yep.
Shoutouts to Mario 64 for pioneering, I think it's called the Gorod Shadow or something like that. Like, Mario's shadow is always directly underneath him, and you don't really realize it, but it helps you so much in positioning him.
It really does.
And that was actually a design choice. Like, everything in Mario 64 has the locked shadow right underneath it, and they did that specifically for that reason.
Yeah, it's great. Like, especially in this game with that cafe moon, like, if you're not comfortable enough to go for the bullseye, then having that shadow underneath you, you can see exactly where to ground pound. So you don't even have to worry about it. Looks like Luke exiting with a 31-11 Metro fade out.
What a crazy run already.
Yeah, I know. Like, even with missing nut clips, still getting a low 31 Metro. This is Luke showing off his skill right now. Nut clip has been his only real major mistake. I haven't seen anything else big from him.
Okay.
Oh, Snow! Oh man. Okay, so he is gonna choose to go all the way down to grab this pylon.
I don't agree with. He should have warped, I think.
What is he doing?
Just recapturing the wire, cannot seem to get himself away from it. Meanwhile, allnewluke already in snow. Gonna be completely obliterating any chance of Captain Toad's survival. I mean, talking to Captain Toad.
I mean, here, wait, you can not destroy it? Okay, wait, he made a door, as Troy said, yesterday, he made a door. He left like half of it there. Captain Toad isn't even visible, it's okay. He's gonna survive for like half the amount of time he would have normally. It's okay, he's not completely dead yet.
Captain Toad just needs to gather up a little bit of snow with his, like, completely worthless dough hands.
Yeah.
They're not even Mario 64 transformable dough hands. Like, they're just, like... Does he even really have fingers? Or are they just kind of, like, little warts on his arm nub thing?
I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't want to think about that.
Like, Toads are so cute, but, like...
No! He got a downwards wall kick. Still have no clue why that happens, by the way. That's why a wall kick on the right wall instead of on that bridge. Also taking a bonk there. See if he's gonna go for the snow clip.
It looks like he's trying to get in position for it with that backflip.
Yeah, that did not look like it worked.
But didn't quite get through. It only saves like a second, so you don't have any time to actually set it up if you want to actually save any time with it.
And here Luke has this BTT segment for this blowy joy room, so we're not gonna see him mess that up. He's obviously done that tons of times.
Beautiful momentum push right there. If you jump off the block while it's being pushed by the wind, Mario's jump has the block's momentum as well. And no spiny save. Looks like the spiny was in a bit of a weird spot anyway.
All right. Okay, so it looks like Sznoj is going to be going to Seaside first as well, for literally zero reason. So props to him, I guess.
This one, it halfway makes sense because Snow does have the shot moon, but still, it's a weird decision.
You already get the hint art for 200 coins. Like, he has 130 coins. Wait, does he not get the hint art? I guess he didn't get the hint art. But he already has 130 coins.
If you're on 1.3, like, you have to. It doesn't make sense to not get the hint art there.
Oh no, Snow having some issues.
Cannot get himself on this high cliff. I sympathize with this so hard.
Yeah, he's trying to skip the capsule against the wall. Yeah, and that just didn't work out for him. Oh, I know why he has so many coins. It's because he didn't buy the Wooded Shop Moon. Right. So that's probably why he opted to skip the hint art, because the hint art technically loses 2 seconds over optimal movement.
It just saves you from having to worry about any of the coins. You really do hate to see it.
You do.
The commentary memes. Okay, Sznoj, get the... Okay, good. We've seen a lot of people actually miss that cap throw. And
Luke rolling straight past the shop there. Don't know how that's even possible. He went like right into the door and then just kept rolling. Just going straight past. But Sznoj now in the more relaxing part of Seaside, so he can probably take a breather here. Maybe he's a little tilted from all these mistakes he's been making. Can relax for a bit. Just take a breather. Make sure to not get too stressed, you know?
Yeah, just got some fish movement to deal with. No big deal.
Ooh.
Just gotta keep those straight lines as long as you can.
Yep, Luke going for Snowdram now. Got the setup on his second try. Very nice. Okay. So we didn't see any real major mistakes there. He just messed up the setup once, but that's not that big of a deal.
Nice roll cancel to get back to the Odyssey.
Yep, very solid. All right.
And he's going to get the dangerous cliffside moon on Sznoj's side, and going to be going for fish clip here in just a moment.
Lucidity said don't go Okra mode, because yesterday Okra lost 2.5 minutes to Snowdram in a race.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason when, like, I don't know if this was I don't think this was the guy that found Snowdram, but some guy on YouTube was, like, trying to figure out if you could get that moon early. And it apparently took him 5 hours to figure out basically Snowdram.
Yeah, like, I mean, when I was doing Snowdram for the first time, I'll be honest, it took me hours as well. But now I can get it pretty much every time because, you know, I practice it a lot to put it in my runs, but
and when you put the vectoring in it, it gets a lot easier.
Yeah, dude, like, I don't think people realize how much a cap bounce vector helps. because you don't see a lot of people do cap bounce vectors. Looks like Luke getting a value dive there while trying to get up to the cliff moon, but he didn't bonk or anything, so that's probably like 2 seconds. Certainly not as much time lost as Sznoj had there. Alright. So, Luke is now entering Seaside as Sznoj exits Seaside, but keep in mind, Sznoj did go Seaside first, so now he is going to have to go back to Snow for like 5 minutes of extra gameplay. So
yeah,
it does
Snow...
look like...
Oh, I was gonna say Snow definitely a longer king in than Seaside.
Yeah.
If you're having to do it second, and your opponent is already in Seaside, you're kind of in bad shape.
Yeah.
Going for this Gashin movement, is this actually faster than the
It's around
other
the same.
route?
It's around the same. So yeah, this is basically player preference.
I think I'm gonna start going for that Gashin movement because whenever I did fish clip, like I haven't done any percent runs in a very long time, and when I did, it was my last few runs were like right when fish clip was discovered, and it took me so long to get to the cheap the other way.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's a much safer version if you're used to it, I guess. Looks like Sznoj also left a door, but he left it on the side where Captain Toad is, so he's actually kind of like, or actually no. Captain Toad's kind of like in the middle, but oh no, Sznoj showing no mercy. Sznoj showing no mercy.
I mean, to be fair, in Metro, Captain Toad is in a very precarious spot. You know, maybe he likes to live dangerously. Maybe Sznoj is actually playing to his happiness. Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, if getting hypothermia and nearly dying is your thing, then go for it, I guess.
Also, Source.
Sorry.
Oh no, what were you gonna say? Did he get?
So I got 2 downwards wall jumps on this now. Oh, okay, getting on his 3rd try. Jeez.
What?
Yikes.
Even?
I don't know.
Well, Luke also with a nice fish clip here. I was gonna say, Source telling me that it's called a Gushin. Every time I say Gashin, it reminds me of Sheen from Jimmy Neutron, and that makes me happy. Do you want me to not be happy?
You know what?
I
Valid.
can do that if you want.
Valid. You know what? I'm 100% fine with it now. Now that you gave a reason, that's valid, dude. It's fine. Okay, so Sznoj opting to just. Oh, that's interesting. He didn't do the triple jump off the stairs, but he did a wall jump there to still get enough height to make it up onto the platforms pretty optimally. It looks like he missed like 1 blowy Joey cycle.
It's all good, Source. In fact, like, that's what I read the name as, like, as a Gashin, whenever I was, like, playing the game casually. And when someone first told me it was a Gushin, that was the moment I first understood the joke that is that enemy's name.
Yeah,
I was
Gushin.
so upset with myself. I was like, ow! Ow! My lust,
Luke,
my greed!
Luke lost too much height on his salt triple there.
Yeah.
So he had to reset up. That's probably like 5 seconds. That's not that big of a deal, especially considering this commanding lead he's got over Sznoj right now. If you take a look at this.
Oh yeah. Sznoj only messing around with Goombas right now, like that's huge.
Yeah. I mean, Luke's still on a really solid pace as well. I don't want to gloss over his run. Like, he missed Nut Clip during this. And he's still looking like a 102 pace, I'd say.
Yeah, just really stellar gameplay at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Alright. So Luke done with Spewer. Looks like Sznoj's gonna be setting up for Snowdram next. Hopefully he doesn't go Okra mode.
Yeah, let's certainly hope so.
Yeah, don't need any more of that. That was kind of a yikes yesterday. I felt so bad. I felt so bad for him because he was ahead by like 2.5 minutes and then he left 11 seconds ahead. It was ooh. But he still finished with like a 105 and it was honestly pretty nuts.
Yeah, that's really Solid, all things considered.
Yep, okay, let's see. Snow set up. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Scared me. It looked a little low, but he's fine.
Yeah, it
Very
looked like
nice.
those vectors didn't quite go the way he wanted.
Alright. So yeah, Luke now tried to do his triple jump up here. Grabbing that
kick.
Crates Moon.
Yeah, beautiful movement. That's exactly what you want to see.
Yep. That's so
it's hard
cool.
to get that cap throw.
It's so cool because you get the Crates Moon while making your way up to the area that it spawns simultaneously. So you just grab the moon basically instantly. It's pretty sick how many strats like that exist. And I'm interested to see what movement Luke goes for here after this. I mean, there's multiple options. Looks like he is going for the roll cancel. Okay, it's not getting far enough.
Barely missing it.
So yeah, he is going to be taking a 4-second time loss here to waiting for this Podoboo to come around.
It was a good compensation from him though to go ahead and grab that checkpoint so he avoided that health refill animation.
Yeah, definitely. Especially considering he probably would have missed the Podoboo anyways. He probably just thought I might as well grab this as well since I'm going to be waiting.
That's one of my least favorite things about this game. The damage makes you have to take that health refill animation.
Yeah.
It's like in every other Mario game, when you collect the star or the shine or whatever, it refills your health. And it just doesn't make a big fuss about it. It just does it.
Yep. Okay. So Luke exiting out of the Forks room, looks like he had a small mishap in there, but nothing major. Killing this innocent Goomba. Just trying to do his job. But I guess the job is to kill Mario, which would not be great for our speedruns, so kinda makes sense in retrospect. Also getting that nice insta-catcher on the Pambro. Oh, it's not killing the Spiny. Okay. Backing up. That was still a pretty solid cheese.
So while we're watching these two cutscenes, a little bit of Goomba lore for you. The reason that they were implemented in SMB1 is apparently, from what I understand, they didn't have enough room left to make a complete new enemy. And so they wanted to make an enemy that they could very heavily simplify its animations so that they wouldn't have to put very many sprites in the game for it. And that was where the Goomba came from. They replicated the shape of the mushroom. There's so much stuff that's repurposed in that game. I think the clouds and the bushes are the same sprite, just with a different color. And so the Goomba is only a thing in Mario games because of just limited space on an NES card.
That's actually kind of crazy. I never thought about that. Also, Luke here letting us know he is on low 102 pace. And his PB is a high 101. So if he would have gotten Nutclip, he would probably be on PB pace at this point. It's kind of nuts. He's been playing insanely well for the entire rest of the run, not really giving Sznoj any chance to catch up yet.
That's also why Mario has a mustache and overalls. That's interesting.
Okay. I didn't know that either.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's really weird thinking about game design from that era because all the games were kind of intended to be played on a crappy CRT with a composite or even an RF connection.
That's true.
Sega Saturn mostly does mesh transparencies because they look like normal transparencies unless you're using a really good video standard. So it's kind of funny how some retro games actually look better if you're on a crappy connection on a crap TV.
Yeah. Sznoj making his way through the Forks room.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and pick up that moon with the fork, not even trying for that early release in the air. It's a pretty precise fork angle you have to get first, and you have to time that cap through really well to be able to get into that section.
He also took 2 bonks before entering the Forks room, which was kind of a yikes. Bonked once on the platform by the door, and then bonked once on the door. Ooh, killing the Potaboo.
Okay, manages to back up onto the grate pretty handily though, but he's gonna have to wait a while for this Potaboo.
Yeah.
Let's hope he's able to get this movement the second try. This is a pretty difficult jump to make here because you have to jump off of a very particular part of the ground. And if you mistime the jump and you end up colliding with the wall first, it's not gonna work
Sznoj, no. Dude, Sznoj's just not having a good run right now. Just making so many mistakes. This is definitely not representative of what he's capable of.
And that last little bit of salt in the wound, just running right past the moon, having to do that quick turnaround, wasting about a second or two.
Yep. Still not giving up though. Still fighting. Still making his way through the Launching Kingdom.
Cannot get those pans to make contact with that switch. It's pretty hard.
Yep. It's honestly harder than it looks. Like, you have to hit the very middle cheese block, and the pans kind of go in random directions unless you're literally right next to the cheese block you want to hit. It looks like Luke is double ground pounding the Captain Toad that he already spawned there. Not sure what that's about, but that looks pretty violent to me. I don't know.
A little bit of a Monka S. Can we get some Monka S? Maybe some Monka Giga in the chat? Not sure which one of the bigger Monka emotes we have.
Yeah.
My personal favorite is Monka Extreme. I think that really reflects the spirit of like Monka, but way worse.
Yeah. Monka Omega is pretty good as well.
Yeah. I think my favorite one of the FFZ emotes is Omega Kakega, I think is what it's called.
I've never seen that, but it sounds amazing.
It's I know Para has it in his chat. Parakushia, the SM64 runner.
Yeah.
It's a bigger version of Pepega, but it's like a very dissatisfied looking cat as the face. It's so good.
Okay.
All New Luke finishing off the ruined dragon fight. You know, that dragon fight actually scared me a bit casually, but like when you speedrun it a couple of times, you're like, this is free.
Yeah. Also, multi-moon sync pog, kinda. They're both grabbing their respective multi-moons. So it does look like Sznoj is 3 minutes and like 20 seconds behind, because that's kind of how long the Ruined Kingdom lasts ish. So Luke definitely has a very, very comfortable lead heading into BM here. BM being Bowser's Moon, the last 2 kingdoms in the game.
Yeah,
but
lots of difficult movement to finish off this run. You can lose a ton of time in these kingdoms. Not even to just dying, but like if your movement is suboptimal, you can lose a ton of time.
Yeah, there's so many places where you can die as well. Like there's so many places to die, there's so many places to take damage, there's so many places to fall off the Mecha Brutal and lose like 30 seconds, minutes, just like so much stuff can happen in these kingdoms. So it might look pretty bleak for Sznoj, and it kind of is, but it is not 100% over yet.
Right, exactly right. And a big thing with Bowser's 2 is some of the later areas, the death plane is so far below the stage that there's some of the most costly deaths in the game. Like it's really frustrating when you're just having to watch Mario fall just meters and meters, and you're just like, why?
Yeah, I know that feel. I know that feel. Especially when you kill a PB pace, like, to dying, and then you just have to watch Mario fall for ages while you just feel worse and worse about yourself as it continues. That's happened to me multiple times. It's not fun. It's not fun, y'all. I can tell you.
No fun, not ever.
No fun, not ever. There we go. Alright. So Luke having some pretty clean movement through the ogre, doing that up the roll cancel, a little bit of janky movement there to the pylon, but looked pretty fast to me. Setting up for dive back second shard here, nailing that, very nice.
Beautiful.
Wow. Okay.
Very, very clean movement through this section, completely avoiding those invisible blocks.
Ooh.
Nicely dodging that bomb. Ooh, clean shard.
Wow, yeah, getting that bomb cycle, very nice. Alright, Let's hope he doesn't get time lost, Dram. The bird seems to be in a spot where that can happen. Nope, going over. Cappy just going straight over. Alright. Very good.
Where's Luke? Playing the game. Shoutouts to Troy of Athens.
Where's Luke? Playing the game. Well, can Snoy now look at the stream that he's chatting in literally right now? Like, what? If you're able to look at the chat, then, like, the stream is right there, buddy.
It's right there. Just look.
Luke finna die 9 times. Smile. Yep.
I mean, Luke will die 9 times if he goes Harry at first, but he's going with the superior gang. Let's see some GSATs in the chat.
Alright. I respect
Topper first gang. Let's see him come out.
I respect the power play by Luke here. Alright. Nailing this topper fight very well. Extremely solid. Very nice.
Beautiful. Just magnificent.
Sorsum ending his friendship with Luke on the spot. Yikes.
Friendship with Luke ended.
Yep.
Is now my best friend.
I think Snoy is topper first as well, though.
I hope that meme never dies. It's the most beautiful meme I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's amazing. Alright.
Can they both lose?
Yes, they can. Just cut the stream now. It doesn't matter. They both get 0 points for their choice of brutal.
With the very interesting chat offer for chat to choose which one he goes for first. Let's hope chat makes the right decision here. Topper.
Hold on, wait. I could ask. I usually am part of coin flip gang, so I could flip a coin real quick. We could get Snoy some RNG answer.
IRL RNG, my favorite kind.
Alexa, flip a coin. Oh, I unplugged it because it had my alarm and I got really annoyed. That's why I overslept, by the way.
Do you have a coin around to just flip? I probably do.
I do. I'm just too lazy to move, dude. I'm sitting here.
Okay, we have the celebratory coin. Let's see. Wait, do I have a coin in my wallet? Am I that broke?
I have found a coin. With literally 0 money right now. Okay, there we go.
And it's gone all the way across the room. Let's try another one.
Alright.
Come on. We're flipping a penny this time.
Alright.
Okay, it's on the floor. It is heads. I don't know what that means, but it's heads.
Heads would be that would be topper first, yeah. So, I mean, it looks like Snoy right now is going through shards. So if he can hear us, and Noob Salmon did say topper, and Snoy asked for that as well. So yeah. All right.
You're going with the double supreme, the double optimal order, topper first.
Yep. I think it's funny how I just exposed myself there. I was like trying to ask my Amazon Echo to do it, and then I realized the reason I overslept is because I unplugged it because I got annoyed at my alarm. Nice. Yeah, just don't do that, kids. Okay, now Luke making his way through the mech fight, getting that optimal leg climb, very nice.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Ooh, nice movement to get, like, he's completely safe there with that movement. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I've seen people do that to get, like, on top of the mech before the knockback.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Alright, set up for Harry at third now. Luke has had lots of issues with target acquired in the past. So, let's see, it looks like he's setting up. Little far back. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Ow!
Commentator curse, maybe.
This is one of the roughest times to fall off the mech, because it takes a long time for him to finally give you a Pokio to get back up.
D::. If this
Pokio dies somehow, that could be exactly what what Snoy needs to catch up here.
Yep, okay, looks like it's not going to though. Luke's still hitting the mech. That's probably like 20 seconds lost there.
Yeah, that's not horrible, but it's kind of bad.
Yeah.
Only Luke saying in chat, if only I got nut clip. Yeah, that kind of would have made up for it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. He said that like during luncheon because he would have been on PB pace, which I guess would have made it even more sad if he failed target acquired if he was on PB pace. So like, I guess it's kind of good that he wasn't on PB pace. I don't know.
I think so, at least.
This is like a moral crossroads that I can't justify either way. Nice. Yeah, it's like still like looking at around 3 minutes of difference here.
Yeah, shoutouts to the worldwide speedrunning community. Speedrunning has become a worldwide sport, and
Yeah.
Sznoj, a great example of that from.
Yep, Sznoj from Hungary. So he's representing the Hungarian community. There's a few people in chat.
I was about to expose my American by accidentally saying he was from Hungary. Like I couldn't think for a moment of like which country that actually was.
Oop.
Like I thought for a second that it was Austria. And I was like,
I mean, they are pretty close together. To be fair. Completely different languages and culture, but they are pretty close together. Hungary.
I'm trying, okay? I went through the American school system. You can't blame me that
The
much.
American school system sucks. I can testify for that as well. But anyways, we don't need to get political here. Let's focus on Luke. He's on
He's
102
in Moon now,
pace.
about to start his first bit of that low
Oh my
grab
god.
movement.
Snow is also getting bullied over here by the Pokios and Spinies.
He's got 2 health left. If he really wants to play it safe, he can grab the checkpoint. No can do this time though, it looks like.
Yeah. There is a checkpoint like up here. Up this wall. Yeah, looks like he is grabbing that. Okay.
Yeah, thanks so much, Salmon. Sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier when you said that.
Did you just say salmon?
Look.
Salmon.
I hate seafood, okay?
Oh my god.
Isn't salmon a valid pronunciation?
Isn't it salmon?
I know it is salmon. Like I know salmon is correct, but isn't salmon also accepted?
I don't think so.
I hate words that look like one thing, but they're pronounced completely different, like colonel. Who came up with that?
Yeah, who thought colonel?
Colonel is colonel.
Yeah, who thought that was a good idea? Like Ouija for like a Ouija board. That's O-U-I-J-A. Like, why is that a thing? Why is that pronounced Ouija? Who thought that was a good idea? Like, what's going on with that?
This commentary has now become about exposing the English language rather than watching this race.
Yeah. I mean, Luke in the Bowser fight, Snowy finishing up mech.
I am from the South, so I'm just gonna throw the entire South under the bus and blame them for my bad pronunciation there.
Alright, I mean I am from the North, so I guess maybe that
And like
might
I said,
be.
I don't eat it. I hate seafood. I hate all kinds of seafood.
Okay,
Once I was served a grilled fish. I don't know what kind of fish it was, but I thought it was chicken, and it was the worst chicken I've ever had in my life.
Dude, okay, here's the thing. I don't like most seafood, but sushi is delicious. Like, I love sushi. Okay.
It's a psychological thing though, because the second I knew that awful chicken was fish, like I couldn't eat it anymore. Granted, it was already terrible, but like I like literally could not eat it after I knew.
I mean, I also like shrimp. I don't like,
Shrimp
you know, like
disgusting.
Oh my god, dude. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say right now.
The smell is like I can't be around cooking shrimp in any capacity. Like,
Are you serious?
I just can't, dude. When someone's boiling shrimp, I need to be in a different building. Like it's not like me being a little wimp about it. Like my gag reflex triggers. I don't want to just throw up all the time.
Troy's saying that Psionic is taking your spot in commentary and to leave right now.
Look, I'm sorry, man. I've suffered for this opinion so many times. Every family gathering when I was a kid was a crawfish boil. How do you think that felt?
Okay, crawfish, I don't like that either. I feel for you there. I'll admit. Also, Lucid saying he likes all seafood but sushi. That's an opinion I haven't heard ever.
That's a controversial opinion.
Yeah, that's a hot take. I haven't heard that ever actually. You know, I guess everyone's entitled to their wrong opinion. All right.
Luke going into this pipe section, gonna be doing this 2D skip here.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Scared me a bit there.
Yeah,
Oh,
big ol' monk ass.
thought he was gonna go for XD skip, but unfortunately not. I mean, dude, he's got the lead. Even if he died to it, he would still be ahead. If he died to it like 4 times, he'd be ahead. Come on, man. If he's the fans.
I don't know about 4 times.
I mean, like it's like 45 each time, and if you add that up, that's like 3 minutes. So.
Yeah, but Snowy's coming up on his moon skip here. He's not super far behind.
Yeah, it's around 3 minutes. It's not like the worst thing ever. Oh god,
Snowy not only getting caught up on the ledge, can't seem to get himself on the Sphinx crown. I think he ground pounded in kind of a weird spot. We'll see if he can still get it here though.
Okay, he's fine, yeah. Thought he was a little low there.
Oh, Snowy! Okay, with that save. Oh boy.
I mean, Lucid, I wasn't planning on getting points during our race anyways. I think you knew that. Anyways, Luke finishing off the Moon Kingdom here, looking to be exiting with a 102.
Yeah, really solid run despite that mech fall and that nut clip fail. Still managing with a pre-solid, missing the wire at the end there.
Looking like a 102.50.
So like when you lose a few seconds here, it just feels so bad.
Yep. Luke with that 102.50, which is more than a minute ahead of Snowy's PB. So I guess that's actually better than Snowy's Sob. So I guess you could say, like, although Snowy didn't have the greatest race performance, like it's not like he could have won anyways. That sounds rude. That's not what I mean. It's hard to explain what I mean, but he can still get points. He just needs to get within a 107.50 to still grab points from this route.
Yeah, that's one thing that most people may not realize about these group stage tournaments. It's not necessarily about the wins and losses. The winners do get more points, but there is a point system that will be used to determine who exactly gets into the actual tournament. And even losses will still get you points as long as you finish within a decent margin of your opponent.
Yeah, it's within 5 minutes for this SMO qualifier. So Luke automatically getting 60 points, and you see here, every 10 seconds that Snowy goes over past Luke's time, that's another point for Luke and another point away from Snowy. There's 90 points total, 60 goes to the winner automatically, and then there's 30 split between the loser and the winner. So Luke right now would be racking up like 67 around now, and Snowy's probably gonna be around 2 more minutes until the end of the run. So Luke might be looking at around like a 2.5 or like 3.5 minute win actually.
All new Luke, just kind of messing around in Mushroom Kingdom. Gonna go back somewhere in the Odyssey.
Yep. Just going back to launching. Snowy dying in 2D.
Oh. Ouch.
Yikes. That's like 40 extra seconds. That's
yeah, not even
bad.
able to get the attempt on 2D skip. That's such a rough way to take that death.
Yeah. I don't even know if he goes for a 2D skip. That's extremely heartbreaking. I've killed a run to that before, like where I was on like my first 103 pace run, and I don't even go for 2D skip so as to not risk it, and I just still died in 2D, and it made me so mad.
Missing the triple jump there, wasting a few more precious seconds.
Yeah, this is extremely unfortunate so far.
Also, deck cap. Yes, there is a Season 2 Celeste League. Its first race happened just before this one, actually.
Wait, there is?
The qualifier group stage. Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick. I need to watch that.
All 3 of our Season 1 leagues are coming back for Season 2 Celeste, which, like I said earlier, I think it certainly warrants being called the best modern 2D speed game. And I will defend that opinion as much as it takes because it is a beautiful game movement-wise. such a high skill ceiling for players. It's like both our other leagues are 3D Mario games. Celeste deserves its spot next to our leagues.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like sznoj here gonna be getting somewhere in the range of a low to mid 107. Alright. And I will agree with you that Celeste is definitely a great speed game and just a great game in general, like story-wise, gameplay-wise. Like, no death really feels unfair in Celeste. So yeah, meanwhile, sznoj now finishing up the Moon Kingdom. Yeah, looking like a 107 here. Alright.
Gonna be hitting into the wire.
Looking like a 107.23 or 4.23. Very solid. Luke doing lunch in Kingdom Koopa free running. I guess to appease you when you were talking about it earlier.
Well, we've got the guys in the call today. Luke,
Yep.
how are you feeling after that win? A 102.50 despite some kind of major mistakes, but really solid gameplay throughout the run otherwise.
Yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. My only bad parts were like Wooded, Luncheon, and Bowser's. So it's all the hard kingdoms.
Were you kind of stressing when you had to do that bit of reroute in Wooded after missing Nut Clip?
Not really, because that's actually easier than doing Nut Clip. Because you just have to do pipes with which is what you normally do if you get Nut Clip.
Yeah, so you were kind of already familiar with all the routes and all the backups that you needed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's good. So yeah, that was your one major time loss, along with, you know, the mech fight mishap, and there were just lots of small mistakes sprinkled through Luncheon. That's pretty much all I saw. Yeah, still managing to pull out a 102 time, even with those mistakes, is very impressive. So GG's to you, and I guess let's go over to sznoj. How do you feel about this run, sznoj? Give me your, like, overall thoughts and opinions.
This is the single worst run that I ever got on 1.3, so that's disappointing. But
Ooh.
well, I didn't even know about some time losses that I got. Like, I never saw that Mecha Wiggler pattern. I was really confused, and I didn't have enough points in Wooded, and then I forgot to reroute it. So that was also a bit of an issue, but I only joined for fun, so I don't care that much.
Okay. I mean, yeah. You still put on a pretty good showing in the spots where you weren't having too many errors. Like, your Snow Kingdom was pretty solid. That was good to watch.
I still lost 20 seconds in that snow, but yeah.
Oh, well...
You know, what kingdom are you proudest of in that run? Because there was a lot of solid gameplay throughout still.
I don't know what you're talking about. I lost time in every kingdom except lost. I lost time in every single other kingdom.
Wow. So yeah, that's really, really unfortunate for you then. But still, 107, that's not that horrible of a time in the grand scheme of things.
Hopefully I can put in a better showing on my race later today with Safaro. I think it's going to be at 5:30 ST.
Yep. And
Safaro also falling to allnewluke, so you know,
ooh.
both of you guys got that little I don't know if you can call it a grudge, but that little bit of a anticipation.
Yeah. And also, sznoj, you did finish within 5 minutes of Luke, so you will be getting small amounts of points for this race as well. So you're not getting nothing. You're getting at least a small amount. I think it's like 2 or 3 points for that.
I don't think I do actually. I think it's like 3 minutes.
Isn't it's?
No, it's 5 minutes.
It's 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, I'm getting 1 point or something.
Yeah, you're getting like 2 points.
Yeah, you're getting 2 points.
And Luke's getting 88 from that. So
Thanks, bud. Thanks for those 88 points.
yeah, no problem, Luke. Well, anyways, that's gonna be it for us for now. And as Snowy said, we will be having an SMO race again at 5:30 EST. That's gonna be Snowy versus Safaro. Stay tuned for that if you're interested. But for now, that's gonna be it for us. Thanks everyone for watching, and have a good one.
Yep, stick around for that 70-star race coming up next between Wilco and Saramu. Should be an awesome race. And yeah, we hope to see y'all later today. Remember, !YT to subscribe to our YouTube, !merch if you want to get any of our fabulous GSA merch, and of course, !Discord to join our Discord and find out about everything happening, as well as !schedule for our calendar. But I'm Electric, here with me, Ganon Slayer. It's a pleasure, as always.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
And we'll see y'all in a sec. Peace out.